Hello, and welcome to the Reykjavík Newsdesk. I'm Andie Sophia Fontaine, and these are the weekend's top stories in Iceland. First of all, it's Easter in Iceland, and this is a very popular holiday in this country. So popular, in fact, that the Thursday before Good Friday and the Monday after Easter Sunday are also a part of the Easter holiday. If you work during this holiday, most trades will pay you double, as they do for Christmas and Independence Day. Now, this popularity has very little to do with Christianity. Iceland, as you probably know, is famously not a very religious country in general. Rather, the popularity can be likened to these babies right here. These are chocolate Easter eggs filled with candy, and they come in many different sizes. But also within these are little proverbs. And most of these proverbs, or a lot of these proverbs rather, come from Hávamál, or the words of Odin, the High One, from the Poetic Edda. And it's actually really fascinating reading. I highly recommend reading it. I put a link to it in the description, and you can check out what words of wisdom Odin, the High One, has to offer you. But however you celebrate the coming of spring, I hope you have a good one. In any event, let's get to the news. It's the return of the king, and by that I mean Thor the Walrus. This walrus has been spotted as far afield as Holland and England, and you may remember also visited Iceland last February. Thor was spotted a couple days ago in Thorshöfn, which literally means Thor's harbor, so by all rights he should be able to visit whenever he wants and stay for as long as he likes. Thor didn't get up to much mischief, although he did block a seaman from being able to board his boat. However, this time we have video, and it is... I've linked to the full video, which is on Rúv's website, but here's a clip. Just look at this. Oh, he's just the sweetest boy. However, he's left Iceland, for now anyway. We all have our fingers crossed that he's going to come back very, very soon. In less adorable news, Fréttablaðið, Iceland's free daily newspaper, has shuttered its doors after 20 years of service. This not only includes their paper, but also their online version. If you go to fréttablaðið.is right now, it's thank you for reading and give you links to dv.is and hringbraut.is instead. About 100 people lost their jobs in the wake of this, and the reasons for Fréttablaðið going under are many. Now, online media has been ascendant for many years now, and print media is a struggle in the best of times. But running a free daily newspaper that depends entirely on advertising, even more so. And with the coming of the coronavirus pandemic, it was even more of a challenge. So much so that they scaled back and stopped distributing their paper to people's homes in January. But there's also a political aspect to this. You see, for many years, politicians in Iceland have been promising to take the national broadcaster, Rúv, off of the advertising market. It's the case in many other countries that their national broadcasters do not compete on the advertising market against private media companies. However, that has not been the case in Iceland, and it's made it very, very difficult for private media to be able to get those advertisers that they need. Parliament does issue a type of fund every year, just a flat-out fund every year for private media companies, but that's never meant to cover all operational costs. As a result of all these things, the ascendancy of online media, the coronavirus pandemic, trying to compete against a national broadcaster to get advertising, all of these things made Fréttablaðid's business model unsustainable. So here's hoping that the fine reporters who worked at that newspaper will be able to find jobs elsewhere in their chosen field. A damage assessment has been done of the avalanches which struck Neskaupstad last month. As you may remember, nobody was seriously injured or killed in these avalanches, but there was a lot of property damage. The assessment states that it will cost about 150 million ISK to clean up all the damage that was done and repair everything, but this does not include cars. However, most insurance companies in Iceland do cover avalanche damage done to cars. Lastly, I am pleased to report that the Raven Cam is back. Now, some 12 years ago, a pair of ravens decided to build their nest over the entranceway to the homeware store Biko in Selfoss, South Iceland. somebody decided it would be a great idea to set up a live stream webcam. And for 12 years now, every spring, you've been able to watch this pair of ravens lay their eggs, hatch them, take care of their hatchlings, and then the hatchlings, young ones, I guess, at that time. I don't know actually what the term is for young ravens who aren't hatchlings anymore. They fly the nest. And you can watch that online. I've linked to it in the description. Do check it out. It is the most adorable thing ever. And ravens are cool. In any event, that's the weekend's news in Iceland. If you like the content that you see here, be sure and like and subscribe. And if you really like the content that you see here, check out the Patreon link in the description below to see what kind of goodies you can get just by kicking an extra little coin our way. Which reminds me, I want to thank Corinne Vasquez, Marion Ward, Christopher Hunter, and Marion Moores for subscribing on the $20 level, Laura Johnson for subscribing on the $15 level, and Stephen Ellis and Vivi Carvalho Schapner for subscribing on the $10 level. You folks rock. In any event, have a wonderful holiday season. Have a wonderful spring. Be good to each other.